Monday night addendum to returning Mom's car. I filled up the fluids under the hood, vacuumed it, cleaned it inside and out, put some gas in it, returned it. Also took over some bratwurst, potato salad, homemade donuts, and wedding cake that I brought back from the wedding, which were devoured quickly by Mom and Rick like vultures. And Rick confessed. He's like a little kid. He can't stand it. He's got to confess stuff. He tells, even on himself. He's having money problems. He can't hold a penny in his hand. He doesn't even have a penny. He's minus in the bank, and they're calling him every day. He has a credit card that he hasn't paid on, and it gets bigger, and debt gets bigger every day. I don't have a credit card. I have debt. And I'm trying to work on everything. I can't be his keeper. I can't help him any more than I can. And he's not going to listen to what I have to say. And whenever there's some solution, it's always sell Shirley's house. Or, it has something to do with me. He doesn't take responsibility for himself. My house is being paid for through my mom's stuff because of something long, long ago when I got divorced and my house was signed over to her because of, I don't even want to get into it. It was the dumbest thing, one of the dumbest things I've ever done. But I'm living here, and if they decide to sell the house, they can. But I would like some warning, and yeah, I'm not happy. I'm feeling terrible. I'm feeling like I got stabbed. My stomach spinning around, and well, I called my brother David down in Georgia, and I asked him. And he said, "What did Richard tell you?" And I told him, and he says, "Well, it's partly true." He said, "We're going to try not to sell the house if we don't have to, if we can find something that we can sell or manage the money better." And then I told him about Richard not having any money and his credit card, he hasn't paid it. And he says, "How do you get a credit card?" And I said, "Well, if you remember, the truck he bought, he didn't have any credit, so Mom had to sign as primary owner and he is secondary owner. So she had good credit, so he got a credit card." So if you're a parent out there, be careful about co-signing with your kids. Or anybody, whether you're a parent or not. Anyway, I just when you think something is going to be level playing ground for you to run across and start doing what you can, and I can't do what I used to be able to do physically. I can't. There's a lot of jobs, the only ones hiring are like the food service. I can't do that anymore. I've done those in the past because I absolutely had to, and I can't physically do those anymore. There's a lot of jobs I physically cannot do. And I don't know. I really don't. Richard never thinks of those things. He just expects everyone to do everything. And I know David doesn't want to hear about the money problems. And I heard a big sigh come out of him. It was like, God, more shit that he has to deal with too. And I said, I was thinking, how am I related to him? How, David said he was thinking the same thing. It's like, how the hell, that we get stuck with this? I think Richard really needs to be poor. He really needs to work and scrimp. He's never really had to do that. Until you really have to do that, you don't realize your flippant attitude towards people with less money or less chance than you have. I'm angry. Otherwise, I'd be just a mess in tears on the floor. I'm sure I'll cry later. I don't know. How long have I yabbered? 5-something minutes. That's enough. You've seen me too much today. I got stuff to do. A lot of worrying, a lot of crying, and maybe if I can, a lot of planning.